Now, stop me if you have heard this one before. Once upon a while ago, there was a fisherman's puppet, carefully made by hand. The puppet lived a simple life inside a model lighthouse, with everything in its place. And every day began the same way when he brushed his wooden teeth. He was a handsome one, it's true, but well, if you don't think wooden teeth need brushing, you've never had a cavity and a splinter at the same time. Next, he'd put a log inside his little stove to warm things up.
Wait, I'm not done yet. You gotta rinse out your mouth first. Alright, let's see. Use the stick and turn to face the stove. Hold. Aim at the floor and release. It's one of those games then. Press the button to launch your hand forward. Press it again to make it come back. That's kind of weird, but okay.
The puppet would put a log inside the stove. Careful now.
I am set to standing.
Nice and warm, safe from the storm. Next, he would take his duster and carefully dust his lucky seashell. Over there, on the shelf.
Alright, dust my seashell. Can I move closer? This is... Oh, there we go. That's an interesting way of moving yourself, but it's kind of weird.
He never changed. There. The shell reminded him of the sea when it was calm. Next, the fisherman would open wide his window to check the weather.
Okay, if you insist. It's a beautiful day. It smells like salt. I smell like salt.
It did get a quiet sea tonight. Finally, and most important, every day he would work on his latest model. There, in the center of the room, a perfect model of his own little lighthouse, exact in every detail. It was nearly finished too. Only 2 pieces needed to be added to the replica. The little model cabinet and the final section of the wall.
I like this. This is very kitsch.
Yes.
It's gonna... Huh. Alright, where's that final section? Here it is.
The model should be a perfect replica. There was a section of the wall missing and a model cabinet. They must have been around here, somewhere.
The model.
Good. Now, the final touch. A tiny puppet of himself to put inside.
Alright, let's see. There it is. Put the dome on.
There. Lucky this model snapped together.
This
Now
is
the
made of
little
wood.
puppet could go in its little rocking chair inside its lighthouse.
There you go.
Tired out from his routine, the fisherman will rest his aching wooden bones in his own rocking chair and go to sleep. And dream of models. Safe inside, where the smell of paint and glue was always fresh, where the world was simple and snapped together, the puppet would follow his routine, brush his wooden teeth, dust his lucky shell, and work on his model.
It's a very simple pastoral life. This man needs more room. This is gonna turn out to be like the lighthouse. You find me lobster.
Worlds within worlds, walls within walls, closing out the storm so it could never reach inside. Until one night, something changed.
stocks are looking thin again this year. We all know there's a big catch waiting out there somewhere, but hold your hauling lines. Reports are saying a huge storm is blowing in. It might be nothing, but better safe than salvage, I always say. Coming up next, another hour of thrilling nautical news after these messages.
Well, there goes the Bubba Gump shrimp boat. Lieutenant Dan's off to find his peace with God.
Every morning, the fisherman's prepared to walk inside his model lighthouse with everything in its place. And he began his day the same way. Except this morning, something felt different.
Was there
Mind you,
always?
the window had been boarded up. The fisherman didn't remember doing that. Even when the storm came, he was safe in here. But no two silly planks of wood were going to get between him and his routine.
Who's been in my home? Alright. Come on. Alright, this is where I remind myself that this is a puzzle game. Let's see what we can do here.
Ah, this would do. What was it Papa used to say? Use the right tool for the right job. Nearly there. What was this feeling? The fisherman hadn't felt like this for a long time.
I got enough protein in my system and caffeine. My brain's...
At last, the smell of the ocean.
My brain's working. I can use my intuition here.
But outside, not the sea. He couldn't believe his wooden eyes. Outside the room was another room, a replica room. And standing in it, a huge but very familiar figure of a fisherman. And he knew that if that huge figure were to turn, its face would be very familiar. Sacre bleu! If this was what lay outside, then what was inside his own little model lighthouse, in the model of his own room?
It's just like I'm playing Maquette. Alright, let's see.
It was all there inside the model, exact in every detail. But the tiny version of himself, it was moving. He was inside the model, he was outside the model, and just who was pulling all the strings?
It's models all the way down.
In spite of all of our thrilling up-to-the-minute warnings, a lone boat has gone out into the storm. Lighthouse keepers, make sure your lights are shining bright. I repeat, a lone boat has gone out into the storm.
The lighthouse. The world might be folding in on itself, but only one thing mattered now. He had to turn on the lighthouse lamp high above. The life of a fellow sailor was at stake. A huge anchor blocked the only door. Whoever did it must really want to keep the storm out, or keep something in.
Well, that won't stop me.
Of course.
Easy.
As below, so above.
Ah,
When
yes.
he lifted the tiny anchor, the large one was lifted by his giant self.
The microcosm and the macrocosm. Alright.
Zut! The door was locked. He must have put the key somewhere last time he left this room. Now, when was that? And then, my friends, the strangest thing happened. Inside this room where he knew every cranny and nook, an unfamiliar voice said,
Hey, you. Yes, you, the scruffy-looking puppet. Yeah, you with the strings. Over here, on the shelf. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you cracked in the cockle? Why did you move the anchor? Why? Oh, why did you take the roof off?
The fisherman, he felt, well, his lucky shell had just started talking to him.
I don't
and there
understand
was
what you're
nothing to
saying.
do, so he did not feel so great.
You test me every day and you thought I just had nothing to say? I'm an hermit crab, Sonny, and you might not appreciate a nice quiet hiding spot, but I do. Now, shh.
And what are we hiding from?
I'm hiding from the storm. Why do you think I stole the key?
The key? The key? Where is it?
Oh, fiddler crab sticks.
The fisherman took a deep breath. Oh, hermit crab, craftiest of all crustaceans, I must get to the top of the lighthouse. Those sailors out there may be looking for us. We must be brave.
Brave? Brave? If you can't find me my hat, I will be the captain, of course. And the captain needs his hat and a life preserver, just in case. Then, just this once, we will be brave.
Well, of course, courageous Captain Crab, said the fisherman. Your hat and a life preserver. Now, where would an everyday wooden puppet find a tiny life preserver and a hat fit for a crab?
That doesn't look right. Keep going.
We need the life preserver so we don't simulate drowning. Alright, where is my life preserver? Life preserver. I'm thinking of a life vest. That's completely wrong. The life preserver is right there.
I'm still waiting for that hat and a life preserver.
Here.
Good. I feel more buoyant already.
Good.
Now I just need a hat. How else will people know I'm in charge?
Alright, let's see. Where is my hat? Believe me, I've lost things in small spaces myself. Oh, it's just my absinthe. Oh, is that a collectible?
If you knew what was out there, mon ami, you'd probably live in a shell too.
Is that my hat? It's in there. Something's in there. No, I'm pretty sure that's it. I just need the key. Wait a second. Oh, duh. Okay. I figured it out. Maybe. I couldn't pick up the anchor at first. I figured it out. It took several minutes, but this anchor is the key. I just wasn't paying enough attention.
So, did you find something? Let's have a look.
Let's see. Put that there.
Without a hat to my name, how will people know to address me as mon capitaine?
There you go.
You found everything? Well, if a little wooden puppet like you can do this, then I will be brave. Now just let me get out of this damn shell. Phew. Breezy. I feel so much lighter, and the world feels so much bigger. I don't think I can go back into my shell after this. All right, let's do this. I'll help you open the door, so you can save your fellow silly old sailor. And I, as captain, shall courageously. That will do. All right. Now, let's see. Where did I leave the key? I was holding the key while I was repairing my shell. Then I had a sudden itch, and then blasted. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I'll leave you to that. I already have it.
Farewell, shipmate. I won't forget what you did for me. Your captain salutes you.
He would need to find his way up the tower in the darkness, and already he could hear the storm rising outside.
through the night, fish fans, and remember, no catches.
The biggest fish Papa ever caught. The fisherman had spent all his life trying to learn a catch as big as that.
Well, don't you look like a dull drink of water?
His mouth is dry. Okay.
It was still alive. This went against everything he had learned. He had to get the fish some water.
I'm dying.
Jam buckets, no water in the tap.
Alright, where else can I find water? Ah yes, my miniature model pipe. No, let's make this easier. We'll just, we'll put it right here. It's very small. My wonderful extendo arms. Alright, let's see. It has been a while since I've laid pipe. Alright, that's 2. Oh, this is a pipe.
There. Now the water would flow. Success. Too much success. Water flooded into the model. Quick, hold your breath. The water closed over him, and the memories came flooding back. The coldness, the darkness, the ocean tossing and turning him like a rag doll. But wait a minute. Puppets can't drown. No, a bit of water wouldn't stop this fisherman.
Water everywhere. But is there anything to eat? I'm hungry.
It seemed Papa had forgotten to feed his stuffed
Is there
fish.
food out here? There must be food.
Who are you, oh noble fish? And do you know how to reach the top of the lighthouse? The fisherman asked.
I'm a big-eyed tuna. My eyes are even bigger than my stomach. And if you want to go upstairs, my little amuse-bouche, well, you'll have to feed me first.
There must be food out here.
More? You want more? Here.
Chew on that.
Throw the sardine. I'm ready to catch it.
Damn, he's a big eater.
A bone? A fish bone? It's stuck in my throat.
What
Your
next?
what?
It seemed the fish had choked on its own appetite. And also a fish bone.
Oh. Ooh.
He had to climb inside the mouse. The fisherman was afraid. How many of this fish's family had he pulled from the sea in search of the biggest catch? But how do I know you won't eat me? The fisherman asked.
Well, oceans and air. Also, I mean, you're made of wood and probably lead-based bent.
Okay.
The fin. Now, there was the bone of contention.
Thank you, Fisherman. I could not get enough, you know. I wanted more, always, like an obsession. But you, Legoland walkers, wouldn't know anything about that. Of course, you have everything, don't you?
Well, what could the puppet say to that?
Now, I must repay you. The key to the tower door is outside. I saw a huge figure hiding near the mirror a long time ago.
Outside?
I'm certain it was around here. Climb on in.
Okay, if you say so. I trust you.
Welcome aboard Fish Flight 123. Please keep your arms inside the mouth at all times and no splinters, please. How's your seat, sir?
There was plenty of legroom, but the view left something to be desired. And there was a distinct smell of... oh yes, sardines.
It's food.
Here we are. Mind your step. Go get them, little morsel. The key is up there.
The key was too high. It needed something. Perhaps back in the lighthouse, there might be something he could use. The key was around there, close to the sink, or above.
That's just vague enough to work.
It was trying to show
I see
what
it.
was.
Oh.
The fish was around the mirror when it was trying to show where the key was.
I just guessed.
This was much too big to be moved. He had to find another way to move it. This was much too big to be moved. He had to find another way to move it. At last, time to get back to the lighthouse. Thank you for helping me, the fisherman said.
Of course, you helped me see that there is more to life than the largest moss wool. Sometimes a smaller morsel is sweeter, juicier, and more delectable.
I love you.
Whatever next, the fisherman...
Bonchance, little morsel. Thank you for setting me free. I hope you reach the top of the tower.
The door opened. The lighthouse tower waited. The fisherman had begun to think that he had all the answers, but he would soon realize he had bitten off maybe more than he could chew.
Never speak to me again.
Come in, trawler. Come in, trawler. If you can hear us, return to port immediately. I repeat, return to port immediately.
Some rough sailing. That's not a good way to go. Drowning Simulator 2.